Hi, I'm Rich Heffron. This is this week's Delaware State Chamber Legislative Minute. There's actually a lot to report on this week, so let's get going. First of all, some of you might have read last week about the city of Wilmington looking at its permitting process, trying to cut some of the red tape. Long overdue. I think it's entirely appropriate and necessary. I think the mayor's comments were correct, in that why would you want to punish people and put them through this onerous process when they want to renovate homes or bring a business to Wilmington. So we commend the administration for taking this action. Look forward to the result of the study and cutting red tape and allowing a more efficient and a quicker permitting process. Legislature, I said things to start picking up as they came back into session. Senate Bill 200, the Innovation Act, which increases the credit for research and development, passed the Senate last week. It should be will be hearing in the House tomorrow, House Committee tomorrow, and we expect hopefully it'll be on the floor by Thursday. This is legislation that is in response to what some things that DuPont is doing, and encouraging people to those who leave DuPont, the scientists and engineers, to start their own businesses, to look at developing new products and new services. So we support that. Obviously, we think it's a positive move. Also, House Bill 283. Title is Veterans and Skilled Workers and Community Workforce Act. Sounds great. Problem is it does deal with the veterans, employing more veterans, but also would institute project labor agreements on all state work. We have a problem with that. A project labor agreement means they have to pay the union wage, and the workers, whether they be members of the union or not, have to pay into the union pension fund and would have to pay dues. We think that is not appropriate. We do not think it's positive for the state of Delaware. I have no problem. We have no problem whether a project is union or not. Matter of fact, we hope 100% of the union workers in the state are employed and 100% of the merit workers are employed. A couple things to take into consideration here is there are no union road work firms in this state. No firms that do road work are union in the state. So there's a possibility that union firms would come out of state and maybe receive contracts. It has happened. That's fine, but we don't think a PLA should be required, and we will be opposing that legislation. We don't oppose the veterans section of the bill, but we certainly oppose the section that would institute PLAs. Lastly, I encourage everybody who can to attend our legislative brunch and manufacturing conference next week at Deltec Terry Campus, 9 a.m. That's exactly 1 week from today, 9 a.m. in the morning. You can meet some of the people who run our manufacturing companies. Most of the plant managers will be there. It's always interesting to find out what Delaware actually produces. Also, we'll be looking at supply chain issues. There'll be a conference on supply chain issues, which is a big issue for manufacturers, because it deals with how they can be more efficient in manufacturing, which is something each one of them looks for. And at the brunch, the governor will give an update on his budget proposal and his legislative proposals, the State of the State address. Right now, we've talked to some people in Dover. We're not really sure what the budget is. I'm not sure anybody knows where it is, but maybe the governor will have an update, and I suspect he'll also talk about the situation with the Wilmington schools and some of the changes that are proposed there. So I'd encourage you to attend next week. It's always well attended, great brunch, and interesting conference. Lastly, we have a little bit of a contest. You can see my tie. My tie is green, and it also has owls on it. A little riddle here. There's a reason. There are 2 events this week that relate to my tie. My email is rheffron@dscc.com. That's Heffron with 2 F's. The first person who can solve the riddle, the 2 events that relate to my tie, I'll have an award for you, a little gift. So if you're interested, go ahead and email me your answer, and the first one who gets it right, I'll give you a call and let you know, or I'll email you and let you know what your gift is. Anyway, that's it for this week. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy the NCAAs if you're a basketball fan, and we'll get back to you next week. Thank you for watching.